In this episode of the Gaming Journal, we'll talk about 5 frightening games that let you play as the monster. The 5 frightening games that let you play as the monster in this list are amazing for players looking to find games where you don't necessarily are the heroes of the story. Before getting to the matter at hand, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications to never miss an episode of the Gaming Journal, the best place for you to find the newest and most interesting facts regarding the gaming world. Number 5. Aliens vs Predator 2010. There are 3 campaigns in the game, one for each race faction: the Colonial Marines, the Aliens, and the Predators, that, while separate in terms of individual plot and gameplay, form one overarching storyline. Following the storyline of the campaign modes comes the multiplayer aspect of the game. In this multiplayer section of the game, players face off in various game types in various ways. As in the films, the predator prefers to stalk its prey from the safety of treetops, and the gameplay reflects this, the player leaping from branch to branch automatically, with the help of a focus jumping game mechanic. The Predator has different vision modes, the most recognizable from the films being a thermal imaging scanner, but the player also has different vision modes for spotting aliens, only accessible from a special mask the player picks up in-game, and viewing the world normally. For example, the heat vision mode allows the player to see Marines very clearly, while it renders aliens nearly invisible. The alien vision works in reverse, making aliens appear clearly and Marines nearly invisible. Regular vision allows one to see the environment and other predators better than the former 2 visions, making battles between 2 or all 3 species a tactical juggle to prioritize enemies based on their threat to the player. Instead, aliens fight in close quarters combat with their claws and tails, getting as close as possible to their prey as quickly as possible. Aliens have the ability to climb walls and jump from distances without much effort, and can blend in with shadows, using darkness to their advantage. Within limited ranges, aliens can seek out prey through walls. These senses also allow aliens to clearly observe cloaked predators. In the single-player campaign, players have the opportunity to harvest hosts. By pinning the host, nearby facehuggers are able to locate and latch onto them, thereby propagating the hive. Throughout the game, the player also has the opportunity to perform stealth kills. Number 4. Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is a multiplayer, 4 vs 1, horror game where one player takes on the role of the savage killer, and the other 4 players play as survivors, trying to escape the killer and avoid being caught and killed. A group of up to 4 survivors must elude one killer. The survivors' perspectives are third person, while the killer's perspective is first person. The survivors cannot fight against the killer and can only survive by running away and evading them. They must use obstacles in the form of wooden pallets, windows, and items that they either find inside chests or bring before the match starts to run from the killer for as long as they can. In order to escape, survivors must repair 5 generators scattered across the entire map to power the exit gates, then they must open the exit gates and leave the area themselves or find a hatch to jump into. Number 3. Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters. The player plays as one of several giant monsters. The player must defeat their opponents via punches, kicks, and limb attacks, usually a tail attack. Each monster can use their signature beam attack and throw environmental objects. Army forces, missile and freeze tanks, and the monster Hedorah, which slows a monster's energy regeneration, are also present and sporadically attack all monsters. Extras include power-up orbs, which provide additional health, energy, unlock a finishing move, or summon Mothra for an airstrike. Extra features include choice of several locations and a destruction mode, in which players compete to destroy buildings in a city, and melee mode, in which up to 4 players can compete simultaneously. Number 2. Bourne. Bourne, formerly Project White, is a RPG created by the developer team The Outsiders from Sweden. Influenced by monster movies, surrealist poetry, heavy metal album covers and many pop cultural and mythical aspects, the team is working on quite a different kind of role-playing game. This time, the player is not the mighty knight or just another hero, but the creature itself, which has to survive in a fictional world with Viking elements that has almost eradicated most of its kind. At moment, the release date of Bourne still is unclear and will be announced in the future. System requirements are also unknown to this date. Number 1. Depth. The game is a first-person shooter taking place in underwater environments. Players can either be divers or sharks. Divers escort and defend an automated submersible to collect sunken treasure, utilizing firearms, harpoons, explosives, and other equipment bought with collected treasure, while sharks, with different species having different abilities, evolve new abilities by killing and eating divers. Games are won by either side running out of respawn, by divers successfully escorting the submersible to an extraction point, or by sharks destroying the submersible. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on your notifications to never miss an episode of the Gaming Journal, and check out our latest videos.